here, hope you're doing well. I'm having a little nice walk. The snow has fallen a couple of days ago and it's snowing. Not anymore, it did snow just minutes ago, as you may see. And it is kind of, it's not really that cold, but I feel kind of cold. I'm not really used to it, you know. I just wanted to make an update, I guess. Talk my mind off a little bit. The recent days in terms of war, uncertainties is increasing, is on the rise. Here in the Scandinavian countries, if you did not hear this on the news, the governments of Norway, Sweden, Finland, I'm not sure about Denmark, has sent out this kind of brochure, this kind of small little magazine, what we are going to do in case of emergency and crisis, etc. In terms of war, environmental or climate crisis, or any kind of emergence that is on the rise. How do we handle a situation like that? What is expected from you as a good citizen? I looked through it. It's a lot of common sense, I guess. A lot of things that I can't do in my position. It's kind of nice here, actually. Yeah, so what are we doing in that specific? There was everything from taking shelters, from prepping, all this stuff. I don't have the means, or I don't have the capability to do any of this prepping stuff right now. Where I'm living, adding up all of this stuff for I don't know how many weeks it was recommended. 1 week or several. Everything from communication device, etc. The list can go long. So that is kind of, I understand the world and this region is, everything is about being prepared. So that's why the government sent out these brochures to make the citizens be prepared in case of emergency. Do I think that's in the near future? I don't think so. I really don't believe that, but the thing is that we don't know, and here it comes to perspectives. Everything in the world order right now in Europe, it's all about perspectives. Sure, USA's position and now Trump being elected do have a serious impact on the order in Europe and the ongoing war, Russia-Ukraine. And here is the thing. I see both perspectives. I see Russia's perspective, I see all the narratives. Russia didn't want Ukraine joining NATO. That's why this war is happening. They did not want them to be an ally with the West. And for whatever historical reasons, whether Russia or parts of Ukraine or belonged to Russia, or because there was the Soviet Union, or even further back, I don't pay attention to that now in this analysis, if you wish. It's more of recent reasons. So, I mean, obviously, the Western perspective, it was wrong of Russia to invade, therefore we have the right to defend ourselves. Sure, I get this perspective. But why did it actually happen? I think that the common man, the common woman, in our society, they don't know the whole picture of why war happens. So now Trump being elected, sure, it may harm the relations in Europe. It may cause the allies, the NATO allies, be more independent. May be more independent without and surviving without United States. I don't think really that's going to be the case, that US is just dropping out immediately, like completely from its like impact of, or its power of making impact, is what I want to say, to rule out Russia. But it may be less. It may be more like, now you are sovereign states in Europe, you deal with this more than yourself. We cannot finance all of your stuff going on there. And then there's this thing that I also see this perspective, and this is not what you hear in the mainstream media, of course not. In the mainstream media here you just hear, bad Russia, we have to supply more to Ukraine, more finance, produce more weapons, let more men die. This is basically the situation. We don't talk about how much money it is in this industry. We don't talk about the actors behind the multi-industrial complex to actually produce all this machinery, weaponry, just for the sake of, I can tell you, I make, a paraphrase. George Orwell wrote, you don't want war to end, you want it to be continuous. Because that's where the money is. If you make a war continue, it means more money for shareholders. And yeah, everything about this is all about power. But I tell you, the common man don't really, and even I just open for different perspectives. And I am just aware that there's always two stories. There's always two sides of a coin. It's a polarized situation. And whether that will affect my region or your region, it is a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's a lot of talking right now about about the start of World War III now, that we are already in it. I don't know, I mean, if it's now true that Ukraine has used US missiles, and even Ukraine, or even United Kingdom, UK, Storm Shadow, yeah, that makes it another character of this war, that causes this, the whole dynamic of this war is changing. So yeah, I understand, it's not an easy conflict whatsoever. But yeah, let's move on. Let's go forward from this kind of conversation about war. I read and watch so much of it, it makes me really cooked. I feel like I'm cooked. Just a little quick update on myself. I will be going to Portugal next week, and that will be great. I will manage to celebrate Christmas and New Year there. I don't know for how long I'll be there, but I will be there throughout December, into probably well into January, and continue my field work to produce data, basically. So I have a lot of responsibility on myself to accomplish this and push forward to actually produce this data that I need for this research. So that would be nice. I will be going back to my old neighborhood, or my old spots, my old places, my old restaurants, probably some old bars. Should manage that also, but it will be very, very much focused on my data collection, basically. So that was a quick update. Let me just show you a little panorama, basically. over this nice, lovely graveyard site. It's nice to come here and take a walk and just clear your mind a little bit. Just go through basically and then head back home. So an update will come later on again, of course, guys. Just wish you a really great day and a nice weekend, and I just stay informed, you know, read different sources, build your own perspective of conflicts and what's going on, because remember this, the fellow person, the fellow man you're speaking with, they are not necessarily more informed than you. They are just most likely holding on to a perspective that they've been given, that they've read, that they heard. It's always that you can speak with someone and you kind of quick picking up what side they're on or what narrative they are clinging on to, I guess you can say. So build your own perspective. Know that there is two sides of the story. And you are the one, obviously, you have every right to decide which one you see to be more true or aligned with your values, because that's what it gets down to. This conflict we're seeing now in Ukraine, specifically. If you really want to get down to the root cause, we are now talking about a shift in the. It's like a symptom of a larger issue, and it's a conflict. It's a continuous conflict of West and East. So it's an ideological symptom, and you can just say, I guess, where your values are. Check your values. Check your values and understand this is ideological. Maybe you could say it's an ideological war, but I like to say it's more a shift in the power balance, because maybe the bipolar world order is still ongoing, just like it was during the Cold War. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen next. Nobody really know. Just hope it's going to cool down. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.